Hello, my friends. I wonder if you've had a busy day and you're getting ready for bed. Maybe you've brushed your teeth and got your pajamas on like Miss Patty. And maybe you could find your cuddle person, your cuddle critter. I have Lammy here with me, and it's time to read a couple bedtime stories. So I'm going to put Lammy down. And I have a sweet old favorite called The Little Fur Family. Yeah, do you see the little fur family? So let's read this. This is an old favorite by Margaret Wise Brown. You might recognize that name. She also wrote Goodnight Moon and The Runaway Bunny and lots of other really wonderful books, good anytime, bedtime or anytime. So, the Little Fur Family. There was a little fur family, warm as toast, smaller than most, in little fur coats, and they lived in a warm wooden tree. A really cute tree house. How about that? The little fur father said good morning one day and put on his hat and went away out into his little fur world. I wonder where he's going. The little fur mother bathed her fur child, and off he went to play in the wild wood where they lived. It was a wild, wild wood. Wild flowers grew all over the ground, and wild winds blew through the air. Wild nuts fell from the wild nut trees, and wild grass tickled the fur child's nose. Tickled his nose and made him sneeze. Achoo! You see the pictures? There he is in the wild, wild wood. Kerchoo! That sneeze woke up his grandpa, who lived in a hollow stump, and Grandpa came walking, thump, 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 and walked out of his hollow stump and said, "Bless you, my little fur grandson. Every time you sneeze, kerchoo!" "Bless you," said the little fur child. "Thank you," said his grandpa. Then old grandpa went thump, 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 and walked back into his hollow stump. And the fur child went on through the dark and sunny woods till he came to a little river full of fish. The fish didn't have any fur, and they didn't have any feet, and they swam around under the river. The little fur child watched them for a long time. Then he reached in the river and he pulled out a fish and looked at it, and then kerplunk, he threw it back in the river. He reached into the air and he caught a flying bug, and he held it in his hand and he looked at it. Do you see what kind of bug that is? Can you guess? Yeah, it's a ladybug, right? The bug didn't have any fur. It was shiny and had little wings. Then zip, he threw it back in the air. Then he caught a little tiny, tiny fur animal, the littlest fur animal in the world. It had warm, silky fur and even a little fur nose. So he kissed it right on its little fur nose and put it gently back in the grass. And the little tiny, tiny fur animal ran down a hole into the ground. You see that? Yeah. The sun went down. Beyond the river, the sky grew wild and red, and the little fur child turned around and ran for home. He knew it was getting late, didn't he? Time to get home to the little tree house in the wild woods. And just as the darkness got very dark, he bumped into his big fur mother, and she took her little fur child home in her arms and gave him his supper. I wonder what he's having. And there was his father who put him to bed, and they tucked him in bed all soft and all warm. His daddy's taking him up the stairs, up to his cozy bed. And they held his paw and they sang him a song. Sometimes, does your mom or dad sing you a song before bed? Yeah? Maybe you have a favorite song. Sleep, sleep, our little fur child, out of the windiness, out of the wild. Sleep warm in your fur all night long in your little fur family. This is a song. The end. That's what that says. The end. Thank you for listening. The Little Fur Family. And maybe there are lots of other good books by Margaret Wise Brown. Well, I have one more story for you. This is called Sheep Go to Sleep. That's right, Lammy. This is a story about sheep by Nancy Shaw. Sheep go to sleep. Winking fireflies light the way as sheep stroll home to hit the hay. Five sheep settle in their shed, using straw to make the bed. Yeah. In their little barn. Screeches, rustling, noisy crickets. Sheep hear hoots from nearby thickets. Who makes that hooty sound? Who do you see? Yes. Mr. Owl being noisy, huh? Sheep bleat. Sheep sigh. A trusty collie wanders by. Little collie dog. What would make the sheep feel snug? The collie gives a sheep a hug. The tired sheep begin to snore. One asleep, how many more? One sheep asks to have a drink. The collie gives it from the sink. Another sheep begins to snore. Two asleep, how many more? So two asleep. One, two, three more. Three more that need to go to sleep. A lullaby should calm the flock. Sheep tap rhythm, hum and rock. Another sheep begins to snore. 3 asleep, how many more? 1, 2. One sheep wants a teddy bear. The collie brings his own to share. Yeah, he's sharing his teddy bear. That's so nice. Another sheep begins to snore. 4 asleep. How many more? Just 1, right? The last one wants a cozy quilt to snuggle in the bed she built. Do you have a special blanket that you like to cuddle up? Yeah. The collie gives a weary grin. He fetches one and tucks her in. What a sweet puppy. All the sheep have closed their eyes. You see them all snoozing away. Yep. But where's the dog who looks after the sheep? Where did he go? That sweet collie. He's under the haystack, fast asleep. Yeah. Well, good night. Sleep tight. I hope you have a lovely sleep and think about all the fun things you did today and what you might be planning for tomorrow. Sweet dreams, my friend. Good night.